Alright, I'm just going to add one more level to our little economy here, and that will be one more borrower and depositor, just to show you how this sort of cycle goes on and iterates many times. So the commercial bank has gotten its full 10 grand back in cash. It's still holding, let's see, I'm just going to show a black line. This was the first level of reserves. Is that black? Right. It held $2,000 reserves for this guy, $1,000 reserves for this guy. So this is no sort of precise percentage, but I'm just showing that incrementally it's going to hold something. Now, if it did not do that, it would get itself in a whole lot of trouble very quickly, as you could imagine. If it didn't have any cash reserves and anyone comes back for money, and they can't pay it, there's going to be some pretty bad consequences there for the bank. It'll be insolvent, or if word gets around that they might not have enough money and all these account holders are out here, there could be a run on the bank, and that would be a huge problem, where actually the federal government would probably have to come in and because they've insured everyone's accounts and actually pay out the accounts when the commercial bank failed to do so. So anyways, it's holding 3 grand on reserve. It has 7 grand that it can lend out. So this guy applies for a $7,000 loan and he gets it. You can see this red guy here, he's also distressed. He's begging on his knees. He really wants this loan. Does he get it? He does. Okay. Green money in his hand. Not quite as big of a stack as this guy got earlier, but it is borrowed money. So I'm going to fill that red, and to show that that came out of the bank and is no longer in the vault, I'm going to put 7 of these stacks of money red. Right, so that corresponds to this loan. This guy purchases something, you know, similar to what this guy did. He's a businessman, or maybe even wanted to buy a home or something. That's often something that someone will get a loan from the bank to do. So he pays this guy, who say was the previous homeowner, and he gets a stack of money equal to his. I'm making that green just to show all the intermediate steps, so nothing is lost here. There's no disappearing or reappearing money. It's all actually moving somewhere physically. So here he has the 7 grand, and what does he do with it? He puts it back in the bank as well. So we'll fill these back in green. And so he no longer has this money in his hand. He has a checking account, right? 7K. There's his check. And he's very happy. Okay, so now this is very interesting. If you look at the entire process of what has happened, we have 10, 18, that's $25,000 out in actual checking accounts belonging to 3 different individuals.